Welcome back everyone to ZK1 Plays, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about shiny hunting, one of my favorite things to do in these new games. And let me tell you, this is one of the most exciting shiny hunting games that I've played in a long time. For me personally, the odds are bearable, but they also feel much better than they look on paper because of the ability that you have to reset things so easily. And so I'm about to get into that and show you. Today I'm specifically talking about how do you reset the spawns of these Pokemon. So a lot of us know that you're going to be going to your map and looking for these things called mass outbreaks. Mass outbreaks on the map look like this. Well, you can't really see Flittle there because she's buried under these other Pokemon. But it's the Pokemon that has a little glow around it and a symbol coming out from behind it. A good example is this Shelter over here. If I can find it, maybe it's this way. I have a Shelter that's active, I promise. There it is. Alright, so yeah, this one's easy to see. Shelter has a little glow behind him there with a little monster thing poking out. That means it's a mass outbreak. Now, if you go to one of these mass outbreaks and you knock out or catch 30 of these, it ups your chances. If you do another 30 with a total of 60 knocked out, it ups your chances even more. These do not have to be in a chain. They do not have to be all at the same time. As long as they happen over the course of one day while the outbreak is still going on, it's not a permanent counter like it was in Sword and Shield. Instead, it's limited to just while the outbreak is going on. Once you knock out 60, you have a heightened chance of getting a shiny. I'm not going to go into the detailed numbers here. What I'm specifically talking about is, okay, now I've knocked out 60 mass outbreak Pokemon. How do I reset the spawns? All right. Now, many of you have seen the picnic method, and this works really good for ones like this Flittle that I'm working on right now. Right? Flittle's super cool. All I can do is I'm looking around. I don't see a shiny. I pop down my X button, hit picnic. You see they all despawn, and it is confirmed that that is literally despawning those Pokemon, and when you exit the picnic, it is spawning in new ones, all with that heightened shiny chance. So I'm going to undo my picnic, and now I just kind of walk around this small area, and all of these Flittle right here have a higher chance of being shiny. Now, obviously, there's not one right here in this vicinity because it still takes quite a few resets because the odds are still relatively low. But the ability to encounter this many at a time, one after the next, is just incredible. It's not ever really been in a Pokemon game before. Maybe in Legends Arceus a little bit, but not like this. So Picnic Reset method works really well. But what do you do if there's not a place to have a picnic? I'll show you that right after this. Another interesting thing about the picnic reset method is that whenever you reset the picnic, you can just sit here and wait for them to respawn, or you can walk around. I prefer walking around a little bit. I just feel like it helps you kind of zoom in on the Pokemon and see what's going on. But you can sit in one place and look with eagle eye and try to see what you see. But that part is totally preferential, up to you. Now, time to talk about what if a Pokemon has a spawn that makes it more difficult for you to use a picnic reset. So let's go with that example over here to this Shelter. I think I can fly pretty close to it. So let me fly over here real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. We'll cut ahead. Alright, I'm almost over here to this Shelter. Now, I will say this right off the bat, I have not even interacted with this mouse outbreak yet, so I have not knocked out any Shelter. This is just a cold beginning of a mass outbreak. So, walk up, float up. I love the water ones, by the way, because look at this. They're just going to start spawning in like crazy. Here they are. Pretty much everything spawned on my screen right now is a Shelter. Super cool. Now, obviously, I can't throw up a picnic right here. Press X, hit picnic, and it says you can't set up a picnic while riding a Pokemon. Makes sense, right? Uh-oh. Scrambled me back out of the water. I've never had that happen. Okay, anyway, you don't want to try to set up a picnic while you're out there. But here's what you can do. Literally, surf on your Pokemon away from the spawn zone to where all of those Shelter disappear. And then when you surf back, those are new Shelter appearing. So anytime one disappears off your screen and disappears, that is literally a despawning and a respawning of Pokemon. So Here we go, looking around. Purple, 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 purple. All these are not shiny Shelder. See? No shinies. No shinies. What I do on the open ocean, no good place to have a picnic. I'm just going to surf straight away, as far away, using that mini map as I can from the Shelder. When it disappears off the compass, turn directly around and surf right back to where you came from. Float back up to the Shelder. And I wait about here once I get into the middle of the mark, and I just look around. Wait for them to spawn. Shelder, 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 Shelder. They're spawning in. Looks like I brought some bird Pokemon with me, so that might be limiting my spawns a little bit. These are new Shelder. I guarantee it. I reset for Finizen this way. Got 2 shiny Finizen, so you don't have to worry. Surf away. Surf back. Brand new Shelder, I promise. This is the way to do it if you're not able to do a picnic. Also, if you're on land and it just seems like the terrain is smooth and it's easy to run away and come back, that is indeed resetting it as well. And that's a very easy way to reset spawns without having to jump in and out of picnics. It's really all up to your preference. Here is a couple of shiny Pokemon that I was able to encounter using these different methods on screen for you now, so check them out. These are replays of when I was able to do these just in the last couple of days. All right, so here we go. Thought I saw a shiny. I interacted with it. There it was. Pretty cool, right? Here's another example of me using the reset method. I walked up, he spawns in, he's pink, he's not brown. And one more, just for good measure. This is one where I was walking away and coming back. Walking away from Stonejourner, and then I'm coming back. Instead of doing picnics or anything. And this one wasn't even a mass outbreak. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Walk up, it's a fresh spawn. There he is, shiny form. Easy catch, easy life. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you have more questions, comment them down below, and I'll do the best that I can to get back with you guys.